Good afternoon and welcome to my kitchen in Queens where I make curry. I am Nupur. I am a cookbook author, a chef, and I love teaching other people how to do Indian food, especially vegan Indian food. So today the dish that I'm making is something that's extremely popular on the streets of India, and it belongs to the Indo-Chinese genre of dishes, and it's called lo mein, but in India it's called chow mein. So that's what it's called. We're gonna jump right into the recipe. Hey Robert, how are you? Good to see you. You're so sincere. Every time I go live, you're always there. You're one thing I can always count on. All right, so I'm gonna stick this right here so you can actually get a good look at how we're going to go about it. And I'm gonna show you everything that I did in order to prep this. So for this recipe, we are using some good old noodles from the Asian grocery store, and they somewhat look like this. So I've boiled two of these, and basically just bring water to a rolling boil, add some salt, and boil the noodles. As soon as they're done cooking, now you want them to be stringy and springy and chewy and not soft. So you see, like they have a little stretch to it. So you definitely want that. And then you strain them. I generally like to rinse it with cold water really quickly, and then you add it back to this. Wow, there's a noodle in my garam masala. Add it back to this, give it a good shake, and then add a little bit of oil. So when you add oil to the water, it doesn't really do anything. The best way to go about it is to add the oil to the noodles after you strain them, and it helps to keep them separate and prevents them from clumping up. And also when they dry a little bit and they're rinsed in cold water, they don't gelatinize the gluten as much. This is my really hot, I think it cools down by the time I do all the prep. So we are going to go in here. The other things that we are going to need for this recipe are a ton of garlic. No, I am not emerald, but I love garlic, and that's one of the things that goes in here. We also have one red onion, we have some broccoli, we have some mushrooms. So whatever vegetables you have, honey, just use those. So ideally on the street corners, you will get lo mein that's loaded with cabbage because it's a cheaper vegetable in the Indian farmers markets. So carrots, onions, you'll hardly ever see anything with broccoli in it on the streets. So I'm just using what I had, okay? And out of the dry spices, we only need salt, we need a little bit of garam masala, we need some black pepper, and we need some sauces, which is soy sauce, vinegar, and a little bit of sambal oelek, if you will. If you have red chili sauce that comes from India, that's fine too. Okay, so the first thing that actually goes in is all the onions. I've sliced them thinly. This is not even hot enough. What are you doing, Nupur? Okay, this is not even hot enough, but it'll get there. So add some of the onions and save some of them to add in the end. Don't add them all. Oh my god, this is a cold walk. That is no good. That's bad news, bro. We're gonna let it do its thing, okay? So I am making this dish because my daughter, who was actually away to college and is now home for the last 3 months, was very sad. She cannot go and meet her friends. She misses that life. On top of that, she's taking summer classes, which involve her to do a 9-page paper with a guy who is so boring that if any of you has sleep problems, call me. I will send you videos of this professor. It'll put you to sleep in no time at all. Okay, so this is, doing its thing. I wish I'd done it on the stovetop, then it would have just gone faster. Let me see who else is with me. Ruby is watching. Hi, Ruby. Ruby's such a great cook. She doesn't need me in her life. I'm going to add some mushrooms. This is what I had, and I've just cut them into smaller pieces. This was one mushroom, which was really huge, so I cut it into smaller pieces. Some people also like to add Thai chilies, but I don't like heat in my food, so that's a no. If you like the heat, go for it. To this, I am also going to add, since I don't have cabbage, I'm going to add some broccoli. And you don't want to overcook the broccoli, right? Because then it gets this ugly green color that ain't nobody trying to eat, man. All right. I'm getting really goofy today. I don't know why. Maybe I need some tea. What do you think, guys? Right? I'm gonna give this a toss. It should be sizzling right now, but it's not, you know, and it bothers me because this thing is not keeping up with my speed. Now I'm gonna go and add the red and green peppers. I just got pepper, red pepper, green pepper, and black pepper. How would the queen say? Put some peppers in my porridge, please. I don't think so. I'm not the queen. Well, I'm in Queens, but I'm not the queen. Not the one of England, at least, right? Okay, enough of my goofiness. In goes, this is about 6 to 7 cloves of garlic. Too much glare. Can you see? Yeah, of course you can see. 6 to 7. And unlike all the other Chinese dishes that I make when I put the garlic first, in this one, strangely, the garlic does not, repeat, not go in first. Because you want to fry it up with the vegetables. I'm just going to add a tad bit of oil. Now I can hear the vegetables sizzling a little bit. Maybe it'll get charred. So the idea is to fry up the garlic with all of the vegetables, and it'll still be nice and crunchy. On this side, what we are going to do is we will take, this is about 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a tablespoon and a half of just regular vinegar, and I'm gonna put, yeah, it's hot, baby. You like it hot? Is that good enough for you? Okay, I'm gonna put that in. We'll see what happens, okay? If anybody's mouth is on fire, then I have to come back and make some mango lassi. So imagine eating Indian Chinese and then dousing it out with mango lassi. Only in my house. Oh, it smells so good now because of the garlic. How many garlic fans out there? A few million, I think. You know, they have garlic festivals, and everything in those festivals is made from garlic. Oh my God. Okay, the one secret ingredient that is also added to street style Chinese food is sugar, white sugar, and MSG. Now, of course, I will not be adding any MSG, but I will definitely add sugar. So this is gone in. It's getting tossed around. The mushrooms are caramelizing. The onions are softening up a little bit. It's a great day in this neighborhood. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna not mess with it too much and see how the broccoli is like nice and bright. That's what we're going for. My noodles are ready. They're called chow mein in India and not lo mein. So that's the difference. But everybody that grew up in India and wanted to have junk, like it's just categorized as junk food, and sometimes mothers give into this more easily than others because at least it has a few vegetables. So moms will be like, all right, you can do some chow mein, right? And then they make it nice and hot and pack it in a plastic bag. Like put the food in the plastic bag and put a little rubber band on top. Yeah, it's very rustic. Okay, now I had actually salted the water when I boiled the noodles, so I'm going to taste it. It is pretty salty. In go the noodles. If you want to cut them, you can, but traditionally they say the longer the noodle, the longer you're going to live, so they're good for longevity. I don't know why you would want to shorten your life, right? Yeah. Where's my rag? I need to clean my hands. Okay, now this wok is really going, so we are going to give it a quick toss. I'm just making this for my daughter to cheer her up because she has that paper due and she's really not happy about reading so many hours, watching all those videos in one day. So I'm just doing it to cheer her up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add the soy sauce and vinegar and chili sauce mixture. I will also add, it smells good in here. Where are you right now? Because I'm here having a lot of fun. Some salt. I use Himalayan pink. You can use whatever kind you got. And some black pepper. Pepper, like the Queen of England would like a pepper. And a pinch, just a pinch of garam masala. This is my signature Queen's Curry Kitchen garam masala. Not too much, not too little. And I'm going to give it a toss. Toss like a boss, and my boss is right here standing by the door with her hands on her hips like, you really are making this live video and I'm starving you? Really, Mom? Yeah, really, Mom. Okay, so I'm going to put in the rest of the onions. And in goes a little bit of sugar, just like they do it in street food. No MSG in this kitchen. And your lo mein is done. Would you mind grabbing a plate, my princess, so we can plate this? Bring a plate and bring a fork, right? Isn't that what it's called? Yeah. But you know, I find that when you make Indian style Chinese and you use Indian style, like Indian brands of soy sauce, it just tastes a lot better than when you use Kikkoman or something. Not the same. This is really good. That's it. We don't want to overdo it because we're not going for glop. We're trying to keep them nice and separate. I'm going to turn down the heat. And I will plate up a little bit. Could you not bring a prettier plate for my audience? Like, really though? Okay, my lovelies. Put it all steaming hot. Noodles. They are all over the place. See, I don't like to cut them, but then when they're long and they're hanging all over the place, then I really get upset. No, nothing to get upset. It's all gonna get eaten. There you go. That's it. A complete meal with a lot of sneaky vegetables doing their thing in there. And I would love to do a taste test. Hold this for me, please. Thank you. Let me do a taste test. Let's just do a taste test and see how it goes. Let me see. You want to see? See, this is what it looks like, okay? It's super piping hot. So this is my beautiful assistant who doesn't want to be on camera, aka my daughter. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. You see how gorgeous that is? Right? Yeah. And I'm gonna eat it. You know what? I don't think, see, I'm still stirring the wok because now they're sizzling. But it's the perfect amount of soy sauce. It is the perfect amount of tartness of the vinegar. And I didn't know that sugar can make such a big difference to the taste. So it's really good. I hope that you will give it a try. If you want to learn any of these Indian style Chinese dishes that I make all the time, you can take one of my classes. For that information, you'd have to log on to www.queenscurrykitchen.com. The whole class schedule for beginners, intermediate, and advanced level students is all there. If you liked what you saw, if you thought this added some value to your life, or if you'd like to share it with your friends so they can make this lovely stuff and feed you, don't forget to share this page. As always, be blissful, be flavorful, and I will see you in the next one. Take good care, and I will see you soon. Goodbye, namaste, bye-bye.